Hello guys, today I decided to upgrade my Gotrax brakes on my electric scooter. So I had a stock brakes and I decided to upgrade to hydraulic brakes. So I'll show you some of process how I did it to my brakes. You may like it, you may change something. It's all just show you some idea. You may do better than I did, but I like my success, and it works well. Enjoy my video, and please, if you like it, please subscribe and like and subscribe, comment. Maybe you have something better idea. I will appreciate your thoughts and your comments. So today I'm gonna show you how to make hydraulic brake on from the stock brake to Gotrax. So this one is a stock brake, operated by a cable like this. So, and I modified to do like hydraulic brakes to like that. Has a 3-wire inside. Stock Nutt brake has a 2-wire. So instead of like cutting something or guessing, so I modify stock wire and insert right there. So I'm gonna show you how to do it, and you will have a brake. And because the problem is, if you may know, when you're pressing the brake, the motor's cutting off to preventing braking and throttling. So this is why it's so important to have those stock wires working properly, because if you're gonna cut it or something, you will get an error in a computer. So I will show it to you. So this is right brake, handle brake. So, and this is a front caliper. So basically the line will be too long for you, then you have to cut it and pull this inserts from it, and you basically need a tool like that to put inserts back in a line after you measure it and see how much you need it. And you're gonna insert this same inserts right there. You screw in this cup. So you have to cut it, then pull it back. Yeah. So right now I'm gonna just install this brakes and a handlebar. So I just cut the line and pull these inserts. Yeah, this look like this. So you just install back in a line with a tool like this. You can buy it on Amazon. It's much easier. So I just use and insert inside the cable. It looks like that. And this one, another one. it's gonna be look like that. So it's pretty easy and straightforward. Then you put it, I don't know how to call it, but it will go with your brake. It's really like that, and you're gonna insert your brake leveler. So to have access, you may have to remove the handlebar and disconnect it, so then you will be much easier to work with this connector. I want to share with you how I try to feed through the scooter bar. So I just bend it existing the cable, and we'll use a tape to tape it back together and pull the wire. Okay, so the stock one is a little bit smaller than, so maybe you don't have to remove it, but because the magnet should be as close as possible to sensor, this sensor. Okay, let's start from the beginning. So to be able to remove the handle, you have to unscrew on top and like drain the oil inside, because this pin is go from up to down and without removing the head, so you will not be able to remove the handlebar. So I skipped that, showing to you the most like a difficult part maybe. So let's go back to this pudding aside. So it has a thread locker, so you have to remove the magnet, because the reason removing the magnet, as you see, it's a little bit small one, and I purchased the little bit bigger one. So this one is, I bought it online. So the original stock hydraulic nut, I don't know, not probably hydraulic brake, has there's own sensor. So this has its own sensor. It's glued inside like that. Oh, so you have to remove it, and I use this hook to raise it up. Be careful, do not break the plastic, because you will need it. So what I did, so example, like the sensor was glued down, or that way, something like that. So I took the knife, and be careful. So the basically sensor is just glued on the sides, so we have to be careful, like cut the glue, and using the hook from this side or from that side. So you have to be careful not breaking the plastic to pull it off, because as you see, it has like a 2 pins, but I needed 3 pins. So this is different. So this one is Traxxas, and this one is from Nutt, and it's different, completely different. So I remove it. We don't need it anymore. So right now I'm disassembling from the original brakes. Okay, so this has a magnet as well, and they are so close to each other for that sensor. So I would say they barely touching, maybe even touching to each other, so to be able to work this sensor. And this magnet, as you see, it's, if you're gonna be in the middle like that, that's a big gap between walls. And I decided to make it, put the magnet a little bit bigger, so then in this case I don't have to put this sensor too deep inside in the handle. It's gonna be like a barely hovering. So, but you have to cut it. You have to cut it from this side. So you're gonna use the cutters and be careful to cut it. Don't cut the wires. Okay, this is what you need. This is what you need. So I drilled the hole, as you see, to be able to fit it exactly inside the hole, so the sensor will touch in the magnet, but you have to remove the magnet from the pin. So it's up to you how big the hole will be, but I made it big enough, so I will adjust, make it kind of rounded. As you see, that this is such a small sensor right there, and glue and plastic, so I will carefully cut it to make it round and be able to fit it inside. So as you see that those wires are moving, you can raise them a little bit, but not too much. So be careful, don't break it, because you will need to find another one. So probably I have to make it a little bit smaller. And try to fit it again. Okay, there you go. Probably need to take the file and cut those corners to make it rounded. So I will file a little bit in the corner and not making them sharp. So I put this tape to collect dust. But let's remove the magnet first. So the removing magnet is a little bit tricky because so it's a track locker and it's so thick and the nut is so small. So you have to like oil it to make it smoother. Okay, so this is a 7mm head, and you have to have a hex, I believe it hex. So, and you have to hold the nut and screw it clockwise to remove it from there. So like I said, as soon as it touches Loctite, it's gonna be really hard. So you can remove it by brush. Basically you have to remove it instead of, okay, whatever you do, where is the best for you to take it off. I decided to take it off. Oh, that's much easier, but and you have to hold it. Yeah, when you lube it with the oil, it's go much smoother. Because the first one I tried to without lube, it's so hard. I was afraid I'm gonna break something. But when you lube it, it's going pretty good. Okay. So this one, original magnet, and this one, it's a little bit bigger. Slightly bigger. Not much, but that's enough to make a little bit closer to the walls. Yeah, another problem is to find the glue to glue the nut with a magnet for the magnet. So I bought let's see, from the Lowe's, 4mm nut with nylon inside. This is prevent me to like unscrewing, and I don't need a Loctite inside, but you have to glue it to the magnet to be able magnet stick to the nut. Okay, I'm gonna a little bit clean it from the oil. So basically we have to make it like that. So I use a bolt to put everything together. So don't put too much because it will glue not to the bolt. We don't need that. It's a good thing the nut is not stainless steel and it's magnet to stick to the bolt really nicely. And I will put a little bit extra. Okay, I think it's enough. So we're going to move the bolt inside to not let the glue and the bolt to the nut and magnet. We need to glue the nut and magnet together, not to the bolt. Okay, so let's put it aside. We'll work with them later. Okay, so I will take the file and remove the sharp corner. So see, I put the tape and it's collecting the dust, aluminum dust. So let's see if the sensor will fit. So I need a little bit cut. So the sensor is so small, so be careful. Yep. Okay, I will use the liquid tape. So now we have to dry it out, waiting till next time. So I will let it dry. Now the magnet, the glue should be dry out. So we're gonna put this magnet with a new nut back, same way. So base of previous, like a left handle, I already done it. I moved the magnet so as close as you see, barely touching the hole. So like that, then when you're pressing, the magnet will go and the sensor will, this is like engage, and the lights will up. So I will keep it like that, and after that, if you will see it's not enough, you can adjust it easily. So right now I can put the handle back and screw it all together. Yeah, because the liquid tape is still drying, so I cannot basically use it because it's still not dried out. So this one will go like this way, so you may need to adjust a little bit more to be able to hide it and cover it. So when it's dried out, I'll show you next time. So probably I will put the handle back a little bit, like not permanently, just temporary, not losing anything. Okay, so that will go. So this is temporary because this pin needs to go from top to the bottom, not from the bottom. I just put it temporarily, not losing, and I will wait for the next time because the wire needs to dry out, and I'm not gonna put everything together right now. I will wait because if everything will go according to plan, so it's gonna be one more step. So use the hot glue and secure this wire inside. And make it even. And secure it to make it in place and let it dry out. Okay, as right now I can adjust how it will sit in the future. Okay, I will line up like that one. I will put the wire. Okay, so I will wait till it dry. The liquid tape will dry, and we'll clean up the table and see it. So as you see, that basically it's not that hard to like modify it. So as right now, the next step will be put the oil and bleed it, the brake. So I will wait till it dries, and basically I can test it right now if it will work. But I'm sure it will. So for right now I'm just waiting till it dries inside, so I will put it back. So those brake hand levelers, I don't need it anymore. So this is how it looks inside. Not the best, but as much as accurate as I could. So I glue it together. Now I can screw it down and test it. If it will not work, I can adjust the magnets, move back and or forth. As you see, I can move it. Okay, this is done for now. This part is done now. I have to put it to scooter and see if it will work. Okay, let's finish it. So we need to take the cap off and reinstall the pin the correct way. There you go. if you're curious what is inside. Just try to make it dry, because I will screw it back together. It will not like oily everywhere. It will stick nice. Okay, I will put just temporary because I need to bleed when I will put everything together. I will bleed it. So this is set up how it looks like. So I don't think you want to see how to bleed it. It's a lot of okay, that's the final when we'll put everything together. Put in a handlebar. So this is one right side, so the left side I did it exactly the same. Yeah, and I will put it everything together. So this is a final look of my brakes. They how it look like. Thank you for your time watching the video.